Hi everyone, it's Paola. Welcome back to my channel. It is now September, the best month of the year. It's when my birthday is. But yes, I'm doing things. I'm doing a lot of life things and a lot of online things. A lot of things for you guys. Patreon's popping off. I'm having so much fun with it. I love Patreon. If you want to become a patron, consider subscribing to it. Please check out the link below. It's always linked in the description along with my Instagram to follow me, everything like that. It helps the channel run smoother and helps you guys support me and us to have a little club community over there. It's the easiest way to actually interact with me because it's been a little hard checking the DMs, checking things lately because I get a lot of bad messages, and honestly, it's putting me off a little bit to even checking a lot of that stuff, which sounds bad, but it's just reality. Sometimes I get really bad messages and I'm just like, okay, no. But Patreon is a really cool space where I'm having a lot of fun, so consider it. No pressure, but it's there. So sorry about the lighting inconsistencies. If it's annoying, whatever, I'm sorry. I can't do anything. Anyway, today's video is something that shouldn't even be uploaded. I shouldn't be looking at this stuff. I shouldn't be looking back at my art school work, but here I am going to look at it and possibly critique it and just react to it because I have a lot of work to cover. I'm probably going to do multiple parts of this video. It'll probably become a series at this point. But yes, I actually saw one of my fave design channels, Charli Marie, do it. I think she might have changed it to Charli Pringley. I'm not sure. I'll link it here. And also in the description. She recently subscribed to me, and I've subscribed to her for a long time, you guys. Blew my mind. I flipped out. She knows who I am, is what the point is here. That's insane. I saw that she was doing, sort of reacting to her college work in, order, which is really cool. I want to react to my college work and be like, what am I doing? So that's what I'm doing today. But before we get into the video, let me share with you the sponsor for the video, which I'm so excited. So I will let myself explain that now. This video is sponsored by Yellowimages. Yellowimages is the #1 marketplace of over 40,000 high-quality premium mockups, creative fonts, images 360, and a creative store full of amazing graphic assets like lettering, icons, illustrations, patterns, textures, presets, brushes, UX and UI kits, and more. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to put together one of your projects onto a Yellowimages mockup, and let's do that. On other free sites and stuff, you can spend hours looking through pictures and finding what you want, but on Yellowimages, their marketplace is updated daily and has so many options that you can just search what you want and you'll find it right away. Yellowimages mockups take minutes to make a real-life looking presentation that wows your client and makes it easy for them to say yes and approve your final design. So just for my subscribers, Yellowimages has offered a 20% off discount that I'm very excited to share with you. All you have to do is use the code Paola Kassa 20 and you'll get 20% off. All of the links and everything is in the description for more info to sign up on yellowimages.com. Thank you, Yellowimages, for sponsoring this. Now let's get back to the video. Now, there is a myriad of work that I could cover in this type of video. I had so many different types of classes. I did a fine art degree with a concentration in design. I have so many different projects that I completed that are not just design, not just digital. I have, sculpture work, drawings, all these different types of stuff. It's crazy. But what I'm going to focus on in this video is the actual design work, from my graphic design classes. If you guys want to see other classes, let me know, because that could be fun and I could also laugh at myself and how bad I was. So, yeah. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to react to is a poster series that we had to do. This is in graphic design 2. I'm gonna go out of order. Sorry, I'm just gonna be chaos. So GD2 was, I should know things by now. I'm already in the midst of the program. But yeah, this was a poster series that I did, and I actually utilized photography for it. So I took all the photos myself and then I put it together with the type and stuff. So it took a bit of work. I feel like this is not one that I remember. Maybe I'm trying to suppress this memory. Maybe one of them, so hard to read. Let's start off with that. This pink one is so hard to read, almost impossible to read. The inspiration, this was kind of the first project for the class, so it was kind of we did an inspired project, and then we had to take that inspiration of the person we chose and make a poster series. And so I chose this event, had to be for an event or whatever. Obviously I used Futura as the typeface because that is the typeface that Wes Anderson uses, and he was the inspiration. That's the typeface he uses in his movies. And I did embroidery because I thought it would be fun to just like kind of do something handmade with the mix of photographing it and then creating a poster with typography on it. So I'm impressed by my type skills. I mean, I don't think there's anything jarringly wrong about my type skills here, except for this inability to read, because like, who is reading that? No one. That's trash. I'm gonna call it now, it's trash. Yeah, it's nothing really like offensive, bad. I like my color choices and I really like my photos. I think my photographs are good quality. They look good on the poster, centered, you know, perfectly aligned. I'm overall happy with it, not embarrassed about it, but it's definitely not something I'd show in like a portfolio or anything now, because I can do a lot more professional work than this. This is definitely student to me, but it's still exciting. Like, I'm pretty proud of it. It's cute. So next we're going to talk about this package design that I actually created. It was a redesign of a tea brand, Bigelow Tea, if you've ever heard of it. It was a redesign of like a flavor and like the box and whatever. It's just, you could do whatever you want with it, but you had to make the actual box. I'll insert some photos of the actual box that I constructed, and I also have like the plans and the outline of the box. Like, okay guys, this one was a lot of work that went into it. Like, this one I'm actually really proud of when I look at it still. So what I essentially had to do in this project is like pick an audience, pick who you're marketing to, and it had to be specific. So you could actually make it very specific, like make the product very specific to that client or that person who's going to buy it. So I picked like teenage girls who like to gossip a lot, whatever, and that's why I picked the flavor Constant Comment, because that's a tea flavor, and I was like, oh, that's hilarious, like Constant Comment, whatever. Like, I thought it was funny, whatever, my bad. But packaging design was a lot of work. I mean, I had to copy down like all the stuff that's on the box, and then, you know, take all that information, take what was important and put it onto my box. I couldn't like just omit information, because all of it was relevant. All of it is clearly like, you know, info about the tea and the, you know, the info about how many ounces is in the box and all of this. Like, it all makes sense. It's all important in actual packaging design. And it was a really hard challenge, I remember, to like make these dimensions. Whenever I was scanning the box, I was like making sure I'm like putting it together like in perfect proportions when outlining it, like filling it all in and figuring out what was going to be upside down, so when you actually like printed it and like created the box, it was going to flip, you know, when you folded it. There were so many aspects to it and like measurements to it that were really complicated, so I'm actually pretty proud of myself for doing a pretty good job in packaging design. But yeah, there's a few things I would probably do differently. Like, I'd probably make the caffeine meter the other direction. Like, I don't know why I made it read right to left. I actually kind of like the type choice. I was going to say something, but you know what? No, I'm good with it. I remember someone in my critique saying that the W in the typeface I chose for Bigelow didn't look like a W to them, and so they kept bringing it up as their critique. And to me, I was like, but you can infer from understanding what it is now and reading it, like just taking a second glance, that it says Bigelow. So sometimes, you know, people, they have their opinions, and yes, that could be a valid opinion. That's valid, whatever. But it's about what you do with it. Like, do you genuinely like want to back up this typeface that you chose? Do you care that the W is slightly reading as something else? Or, you know, what can you do to change it? Or are you going to like stick to it? Like, you can choose when someone critiques your work whether to take that information in and use it, or just drop it on the floor, basically. You don't need to take everyone's advice, everyone's critique. Not everyone needs to have their opinion. Like, yeah, they can tell you and you can take it all in and take what you think is good from it, but you don't have to accept everything and change it because everyone tells you to, or one person tells you to. Because if everyone's telling you, maybe you should listen, but one person, take it or leave it. It's your stuff, stick to it. And I did, and I really like the typeface still because it made me happy. Let's talk about this icon book. Let's do it. Let's do it. So what I had to do in graphic design 1 was pick an icon, like pick a small object or whatever, something interesting, and use that as your icon for the semester that you're going to work with. I chose a tape dispenser, and I ended up getting a really good response from my professor, especially when we drew it out. We had to draw it out and we hung them on the wall and whatever. And I remember him saying to me, like, yes, this is exactly what I'm looking for. Like, this is exactly what you need to be like working with and exploring with. I chose something interesting that had interesting dimensions, and I ran with it. So I was proud of myself for that, but the This class was a little challenging because I had to draw more than I was ever used to. Also, we had to work with grids for the first time. I mean, a lot of this class was learning grids and stuff, and grids, my worst thing. Like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to set up a grid. I know I have to, but I don't want to set up a grid, you know? So, this was my icon book where I had to, like, write crazy things, and I had to write out process things, and I always wrote stupid stuff. Like, I said that my tape dispenser and I were getting married. When I look at it now, I'm not, like, mad. I just am looking at it and I'm like, okay, so I've understood grids in this, clearly. Like, I've figured it out. I've learned. I wrote out all my process stuff. But, like, it's just chaotic. Like, I think what it kind of makes me happy in a way. This is the exploration of design. This is how you process things. This is how you take classes and learn. And it kind of makes me laugh, like, looking at this stuff. I haven't looked at this in a while. Like, I don't know why I was centering text. Like, that's embarrassing. But some of this type stuff is really exciting. Like, some of it is, yes, weird, and some of it can be an eyesore. But that's what learning is all about. Like, I love this because it's so design, you know? Like, it's me figuring things out. It's me creating grids and going crazy with my icon and my type choices, and I didn't really branch out in the type realm for a while, and I'm clearly using the same typefaces as always here, but it just makes me laugh. It's such a design book. Like, I'm a graphic design student. Here's my book, and you know what? That's cute, and I'm proud of it. I don't have to be proud of all this stuff, I guess, but it's just making me laugh looking at it and making me think of how far I've come and, you know, how proud of myself I am. I actually am. Okay, so last but not least, I'm going to show you a website that I made in my interactivity class. I made more than one website, so if you want to see another one, please let me know. Okay, so here's my website. I found it. My website was basically a bunch of Miss Universe winners throughout the 80s. I'm really thinking about why I made this, and I don't know. Like, I don't know why I do the things I do sometimes, because I could think back to when that happened, and I'm like, why did that idea come into my head, and why did I follow through with it in a class and have to present it to everyone and, like, be like, yes, it's beauty queens from the 80s reacting to their winning. Like, what? I'm, like, mad at myself about that, but okay, whatever. So let's click on a few, shall we? So then it's, like, about them, and I have, like, weird, glitchy photos, and it's these photos of them that just, like, really disturb me in a way, because I felt like weird 80s beauty queens look scary. I don't know why. I don't know what's scary about them. Like, they're beautiful women. I support them, but I was feeling, like, just an eeriness about it. I was like, you know, Miss Universe, like, you're, like, winning a thing, and also the 80s, just, like, weird vibes. 80s have weird vibes to me. I don't know. Is this weird? I don't know. Because I don't know what to think of this, actually. Like, I had a portfolio video a long time ago, one of my student ones that I posted. People are like, I hate how she's like, I'm weird, I'm quirky. I'm like, no, I said that the one thing I made was weird. Like, stop trying to call me out on something. Like, who cares? I didn't say I was weird and quirky. Like, I'm not like other girls, whatever. I'm just saying, what is this? That's what I'm saying. I don't really know what to think, but I put it together and I created those little TV things. I had a great time. Like, Adobe Muse is how I put, like, the actual site together, but yeah, I think I made a lot of stuff on Photoshop. I made all those GIFs out of videos. I, you know, scoured YouTube for all these clips of people winning and getting their reactions. Some of them are actually funny in there. I know that there's one that's actually funny. I'll put it here if I remember which one it is. But I feel like that was an interesting project, and I just don't remember my thought process through it. That's why I'm thinking it's weird, because it's just I'm curious about my own actions. Whew. Okay, wow. That was, like, fun. That was fun because the design stuff, the actual digital stuff that I've worked on, I haven't shown all of that. I have so much more, so if you want to see another video where I'm doing this and talking about stuff, and not just design stuff, like also my art classes, let me know. Like, seriously, let me know what you guys want to see. I will definitely be sharing way more. I think I should definitely make this into some sort of little series or something, and then maybe let me know if you want to see me even redesign one of these projects, like, do what I would do now, you know, like I'm saying. So yes, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a like, and please comment what you guys like the most of these projects, and, you know, anything you want to see in future videos. Follow me on Instagram, like I said. Patreon is down there. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. Ring the bell to get notified. I'll be posting way more art and design stuff. Like, it's all coming. I'm creating so much stuff. I'm so excited. So, I will see you in my next video. Okay, bye. It is very, like, so bright and sunny out here. We bright. Okay.